China is now accusing the U.S. of spreading fear after new travel restrictions were imposed, including a mandatory 14-day quarantine on returning U.S. citizens who have been in certain parts of China. So, Dr. Drew, are we overreacting?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I'm hearing this from doctors left and right.
Yes, and we are not overreacting. The press is overreacting, and it makes me furious. The press should not be reporting medical stories as though they know how to report it. If we have a pandemic, I won't know how to tell that we're actually having a pandemic because everything is an emergency. People that are infectious disease specialists, the CDC, the epidemiologists, need to take this very seriously. The press needs to shut up because you're more likely to die of influenza right now.
That's what doctors are saying.
However, I'm not trying to go against you, but I have a question. It has now beat SARS in terms of fatalities, 362, and they're saying
but its fatality rate is still lower.
But they're saying it spreads fast.
It's a mild illness. It spreads all over the place, and it's only out of these 17,000 documented infected. I bet there's hundreds of thousands of cases, 300 deaths.
Okay.
And always in immunocompromised people, always in people that are at risk for these sorts of things if they get a severe viral respiratory infection, whether it's flu or corona or whatever. All of these can hurt people who are compromised. They can. The rest of us need to wash our hands carefully, get our influenza vaccines, listen to the CDC. If there's a problem, they will let us know.
The CDC made it very clear that 5,000 people just in the last 2 weeks have died from the flu here in America alone.
Why are we panicked about that? Three people died on the streets of Los Angeles this morning from homelessness. Why, if that were coronavirus, people would freak the hell out.
You're right.
Why aren't we putting our priorities in the right place? It's the press. The press does not know how to report on medical issues. It's where I first learned about fake news.
Should we have consultants? How could we fix this?
When Anthony Fauci, who's one of the leaders in infectious disease, gets on a national news broadcast and goes, "Don't worry about it. Stop worrying about it."
Good to know.
And then if there's some data where he says we need to worry about it, then you report on it. Otherwise, shut up.
Get your flu vaccine.
We talked about this briefly when we were walking in my car, and it was really great to get your opinion on this.
You were talking in the car last night?
Yeah.
You want to talk about this?
Well, you know, people always say we want to get money out of politics, but I always say, well, what about getting money out of clickbait? And I feel like the coronavirus will always have people click on it. The flu will not. And I think that's why the coronavirus is at the forefront of everything you look at, because people are looking at that. And I don't know, is the flu just not sexy enough anymore for people to care?
No, it's not.
No, because it's not. And again, you're right. They're motivated by getting the eyeballs, and the eyeballs come with some exotic infection as opposed to saying influenza killed 5,000 people. Like, oh, well, I guess it does that. Oh, a new infection. This is the one. It's going to get us. No, it's not. Stop it. Be professional journalists. Be what you're supposed to be, and collate and present the facts as they are, not with sexy headlines that give us some sort of hysteria.